Friday Writing Challenge. Picked up a book off my shelf again, Miracle in the Mundane. I love secondhand stores. Oh, they're like treasure shops to me. And I just randomly opened to this page. Can't read the number. 52? I think it's 52. Yep, 52. I think people so often forget that the word alone does not and never has lived inside the word lonely. Don't know what to think about that. But you might want to write about alone versus lonely. Are you lonely, or do you like alone time? What do those two words mean to you or to characters in your books? So the first little bit that they say here, and this is written by Tyler Knott Gregson, best-selling author of Chasers of the Light. Who are we when we are reduced down, when all noise and distraction are stripped away? Who are we in the quiet moments, the bits without dialogue, without someone to remind us? This is an avoidable question, and one we often do not ask. We find ourselves trapped in the misconception that for a thing to be meaningful, it must be shared, and so we wait. We wait, and we put off the things we wish to do, believing that it's only worth doing if it's done with someone else. We believe this because we are dependent, and we are dependent because it can be scary, it can be lonely, and it can be hard to do things on our own. Let's face it, we're conditioned by a million sources to believe that the only way through this life is with constant companionship. Somewhere along the way, amidst this bombardment of reminders from every other person who has a partner to share things with, we feel that if we do not also have someone to share things with, we cannot experience anything. We cannot do really anything at all. This is wrong, painfully so. I love that, and I have to confess, I'm busted. I don't do things for myself out in the world unless I have someone to share them with. It's very challenging. This past summer, I told myself, I'm doing it. I am doing it. I went to Kananaskis. I booked a stay in a hostel, and I was by myself, and if I couldn't go hiking in an area where there were lots and lots and lots of people, where I could stay safe and keep the bears safe by being in a group, then I was just gonna stay close to the hostel or stay close to the, very public places where I could be in my car and just go sit and write by a mountain lake. Well, I had some time by myself, but I also met up with a young woman that had asthma and couldn't do a challenging hike with her friends, so she just took a couple days off from being with them and said to the hostel host, is there anybody else that's on their own? And she put us together. We were both writers, so we hiked alone but together, and we wrote when we stopped, and we shared food, and we rode at places, didn't talk to each other, and we wrote and had a great time. But I did the alone drive trip there and the alone drive trip back, and I took myself out by myself. That was a huge shift. What are things that you like to do alone, and what are the things that you're stopping yourself from doing because you might not have anyone to share them with? I think this is really good food for thought. So that's it. Bye for now. Go write.